ideas came after the script was. Let me put it this way. If I came up with the idea, let's say for Spider-Man, I told them that, oh, I don't know if I ever told you this. When I first thought of Spider-Man, I wanted Jack Kirby to do it. And I called him in, I said, I got this character, I want him to be a teenager, he has the power of the spider, I want to give him a good costume, and he can climb on walls, and so forth. And I said, but Jack, don't make him look like Captain America. You know how you like to draw these heroic guys with big muscles. I want him to be just a little wimpy kid, just like anybody. And Jack said, fine. He brought back a couple of pages a day or two later. Now, knowing Jack, it was probably an hour later. And looked like a young Captain America. You know? So I said, okay, forget it, Jack. I'll give it to someone else. Jack didn't care. He was busy doing a million other scripts, and nobody thought Spider-Man would amount to anything. And I realized, I thought Steve Ditko had the kind of style might be better. So I called Steve in, and he did it, and of course the rest is history. So in many ways, that's how important the art style is. I think if Jack had drawn the script, and he's the best, but his style for that particular character would not have been quite right. But anyway, what I was leading up to was, I came up with the original concept of Spider-Man and so forth. But once we had the script and we were doing the stories, the artists then contributed so many ideas, and I was happy to let them do it, and that's when it became a collaborative effort. For example, with Spider-Man, I did the first plot by myself. I probably did the second plot, but then Steve would say, Stan, in the third story, why don't we do this? And I don't remember what he said, and I'd say, great idea. So some of the panels were his idea. And little by little, I realized he was so good at story, and I was so busy, that probably by the 20th issue, he was doing most of the plotting. I might have said something like, Steve, I'd like the Sandman to be the villain in the next one. And that's all I was saying. He'd do most of the story. It didn't matter to me, because when I wrote the copy, I could give it the feeling and the style I wanted. And it actually made it more fun for me, because I'd get pages in, and I wouldn't know what they were going to be. It was a surprise. But I had to write the stuff. Very often, I wrote it totally different than what they expected the story to be. I would change it in the writing. So it was a collaboration in that sense. Same with Jack.